Okay, good morning, everyone. Admit. Ryan and Luke and Sophia. I don't have a Sophia. I have a John. Is he already in here? Nope. All right, John. Okay, so I have put your hellos in the chat as always. So I have an Adonis present. Araya, yes. Bailey, do we have a Bailey? Yes, we do. Brendan, Emma, do I have an Emma? Nope. Okay. And Mr. Hall, I saw him and a Ellie, no. Luke, yes. And Osman, no. Kaylin is joining. Landon, do I have a Landon? I do not have a Landon. All right. Hi, Kaylin. Good morning. I do not have a Landon, but I do have a Nathan and a Kaylin and an Andrew. Okay. So put in the chat that you are present and ready to rock and roll, yada, yada, yada. Share screen, screen 3. Here we go. Okay. And are we recording? Yes, we are. We are recording. So everybody that doesn't show up has to do the thing. Okay. Now, with that in mind, we are down here. And we have this section right here, quadratic formula. Okay. So you should have already done the quadratic formula. Frankly, you should have all these done already. And so we're ready for this worksheet. Now, before we get going on that worksheet, just a quick piece of review. Here we go. Quick piece of review. First things first. First things first is make sure my paper doesn't curl up on me. Okay. First things first, if I have something like this that I wish to factor, x squared plus 5x plus 4, I can break it up. First of all, I can try to take out common. There is nothing common. So then I'm going to try to break it up into parentheses. Here we go. So I got parentheses, x, x, 1, 4. And if I put it all together, yes, it'll work. These are the factors. So when Delta Math asks for the factors, that's what you're going to give it, the things in the parentheses. On the other hand, you'll notice this equals 0. Well, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for solutions. I'm looking for answers here, in which case I'm simply going to take each piece and set it equal to 0. Because if this is 0, 0 times anything is 0. Or if this is 0, this thing times 0 is still going to be 0. So I set each piece equal to 0. Boom, boom, boom. X equals -1, x equals -4. And if you say, well, I'm not real sure that that's a solution. Well, can I take it and plug it in right into the original problem? And I get, hey, +1 minus 5 plus 4, 0 equals 0. Yep, it is all good. All right, so with that in mind, this is what we've been doing. The only step is we added the solutions. Now, let's say we had a much harder problem than this, something that would require the quadratic formula. Opposite of b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. A, B, C. So I just grabbed them out of here. 1, 5, 4. Plugged them into the quadratic formula. Boom, 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 boom. Get 25 minus 16. That's 9. Square root of 9 is 3. So 5 minus 3 plus 2 because you have the minus version. 5 plus 3 because you have the plus version. So you get 2 over 2, which is 1. 8 over 2, which is 4. Oh, I'm very special, guys. Can anybody find my mistake right here? Somebody tell me where my mistake is right here, because I have the right numbers but the wrong signs. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. I made a tiny little boo-boo. What is it? How come these didn't come out negative like I expected? Can anybody see it? This 5 here, is it positive or negative? Put it in the chat. Is this positive or negative? It's going to be an attendance question because everybody can hit one button on their or on their computer. If you can't, that means you're not really paying attention. Thank you, Adonis. Thank you, Nathan. You could have also just used the symbol for it if anybody wishes. Brendan, very good. Good, Kaylin. Good, John. Thank you, Luke. There you go, Bailey, Andrew. Looking for Araya yet. I'm looking for, who else am I looking for? I'm looking for a few other folks here. So this is a -5. What did I put down here? Well, I forgot my negative. Very simple. I forgot to copy that negative down. So this is -8/2, which is -4. This is -5 + 3, which is -2. -2/2 is -1. There you go. So something as simple as a forgotten negative can mess it up. But the whole point here is whether I use the very difficult quadratic formula, well, not difficult, but long, or whether I do the more difficult but shorter method of factoring, I get the same answers in either case. All right, with that in mind, let's go to the slideshow and the come on now, there we go. Slideshow and the homework for today. In this case, let's zoom in on this a little bit. All right, well, that's not the way to go. That's very strange. Okay, in this case, what would I do first here? Would I take out common, try to factor it, or use quadratic? Take out common, try to factor it, or use quadratic for number 1. What would be your best method? Try taking out common. Is there anything common here? Not anything common. So which method am I going to end up with? Factor or quadratic? Ooh, you could do quadratic. Would I need to do quadratic with a 2, a 3, and a 2? No, but would quadratic work? Yes, it 100% would, Adonis. Now, for this one, probably breaking it up, factoring it. Number 4 is a little sneaky. Would you try breaking this up, or would you use the quadratic formula? Break it up. All right. Here we go. In this case, I have this problem right here. I could try breaking it up. What's the challenge with breaking up the first term, guys? What can I break it into? Put it in the chat. Ooh, it could be 2x, 3x, or it could be 6x, 1x. What could I have potentially over here for the 6? So I have 2, 3, 6, 1, which means I could, if I were guessing this, have 2x, 3x with a 2 and a 3. I could have 2x, 3x with a 3 and a 2. I could have 6x, 1x with a 3 and a 2. I could have 6x, 1x with 2 and a 3. I could have 2x, 3x with a 6 and a 1. I could have 2x, 3x with the 1 and a 6. I could have, and do you see where my challenge starts to become, even on a problem that's actually very basic, it can get pretty long pretty fast. So I need 6, 1, 1, 6. And of course, plus, 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 minus, 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 minus. And those might not even be right. I may have to turn them around. Okay. So that would be using factoring. If I were to do quadratic, A equals, B equals, C equals 6, 5, negative 6, negative 5 plus or minus the square root of 5 squared minus 4 times 6 times negative 6, all over 2 times 6. So I have negative 5 plus or minus 25, and that's what, 24, 24 times 6. I don't know, 24 times 6. I can figure it out. And here we go. There it is. 24 times 6. Answer is 144. So I get plus 144 over 12. As long as I have a calculator, it's not too bad. Plus or minus 169 all over 12. So you get negative 5 plus or minus 13 over 12, which means I break it into two parts. Negative 5 plus 13 over 12, negative 5 minus 13 over 12. And I come up with 8 over 12. And I come up with negative 18 over 12, not 2. And I come up with 2/3. And I come up with negative 3/2. There you go. Okay, so here's the whole point of this, guys. I could have some fairly simple problems or some fairly complex problems. But in either case, I'm going to have to decide, take out common, try factoring it if it's easy, worst case scenario, quadratic. That is exactly what this worksheet is all about. You need to do all of the undone problems, which means 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Okay. Is there any other tricks in here? Yeah, a little trick up here. You got the negative up front. Be careful of that one. Here for number 18, you might need to turn it around. But the idea here is those are your homework problems. They are due for tomorrow. All right, so slide number 20, what? 27. All right, your homework is slide number 27. To get out of the classroom, you have to tell me slide number 27. Thank you. I see Nathan. I see Luke. I see John, Brendan, Bailey. And you see more than that, Adonis, Kaylin. Where's Araya here? We got Araya coming in. What else we need? All right. We'll see you guys.